I see.
All right, welcome everybody. Technical difficulties once again strikes me, but you know what? I'm smarter than it is. I'm just a little slower. MaxspeedTV's Bobby with all the hobbies. We are finally back in qualifying Super Speedway Kings. 3 minutes of qualifying here. I apologize for the ones who was on before and I got kicked out of YouTube. Had to make a new channel up, but I am back. I appreciate everybody that's hunted me down to try to find me. In the booth, I got help tonight, thank God, because without him, I wouldn't be back on the air. Estelle is going to be in the booth with me, help commentating. Say hello.
Oh, yeah. That's for all my regulator friends and fans out there. They like me doing my King Kenneth voice from Eminem album. So always fun. Pleasure being here with you, Bobby. Hopefully I can provide a little commentary for the racing since I've been doing this for about 10 years now. Hopefully it'll be a good time. And I also get the privilege of adminning the race at the same time.
Oh, wow. Sounds like you're playing double duty right along with me, doesn't it?
It's always fun.
2 minutes left to go, Estelle. We'll be able to rock and roll, start this bad boy off right here. And it looks like about a minute and a half going. And there's a few cats out here that is qualifying. But right now, Gabe Butler seems to be the #1 man as far as qualifying goes. Now, you know as well as I do, a lot of them like to qualify way back in the back to miss that all-important big one. But it really doesn't matter where you're at, does it?
That's right. Super Speedway, it's all about playing chess. I mean, some guys prefer to start in the back. Some prefer to stay up in the very front, hopefully try and avoid the wrecks and not get past. It's all about what your strategy is, your game plan as the race transpires. It's always fun to be involved, but it's even funner, I'll tell you, being up here in the booth and watching it live.
Oh, yeah. It's a real dream come true for me, trying to figure all this mess out. But you know what? You two can kick me, but they can't kick me down. I'm right back up, and we are working good. I got 7 people out watching this. Hopefully, you all can see the broadcast, all right? We should be live to go here. We've got 1 minute left to go. I'm going to jump right off into this really quick commercial. Why? Because I made it and I like it. We're going to be right back into some serious racing. Super Speedway Kings coming right at you here. All right, welcome back, everybody. The boys are getting ready to hit the grid, so getting ready to do what I do best. That's the Keegan Bradley version of going through all these cats. I always screw the last names up. It's my forte. It's what I do. You guys are bored. You want something for Bobby for Christmas? You might want to get him hooked on phonics. Pretty sure. What do you think, Estelle? You've heard me.
Yeah, Gabe is he's a beast out there qualifying, man. I got invited to go in a room with him one time. He is so meticulous, and he's a really good driver, good at working the setups, and it definitely shows out here. He's really got it dialed in this season, and I foresee he's going to be on the pole quite often because he's just a madman when it comes to it. He's very methodical about it.
Yes, he is. And here we go. The MaxspeedTV, the lineup. Row #1, the 88. Gabe Butler's going to be leading him down into the race. The 25 beside him is going to be Kevin Freese. Row #2, looking right at us right here if I ever get it changed. The 28 of Larry Boyle. Beside him, 34 of Darren M. Reiser. Row number 3 is going to be Rick Seabrings. Beside him, the 24 of Everett F. Lane. Row number 4, 16, the man that runs this show, the big kahuna, the man himself, Jimmy Crow. 13 beside him, 1 Frank Gromilia. Row number 5, the 429 of Paul Witt. The 04 beside him, Mark Mann. He knows how to get around here. Row number 6 to 95, James Mayer and Noel Cowers. I believe in the 15, row 7 to 46, David Overstreet. Nice to see him back racing the 07 of Brian Wang beside him. Row number 8, number 6, Sebastian Marin, and the 17 beside him, J.D. Crow. Row number 9, the 000. Boy, this is a great name. Giovanni. I'm not even trying the last name. We're just calling him that. Row 5 beside him is going to be Sean Makara. Row 10 to 77 is Zachary Lima. And number 9, Charles M. Johnson beside him. Row 10, 071 of Eric Lowry. Beside him, the 49 of Stephen Karosik. Row 12 and the 163, Paul Sheldon. Beside him will be the 042, which would be you. But I think you're not in it. Estelle Fields. You decided to hang with me. Great. Row 13, 007, David Admison. Beside him, the 41 of Tracy Weaver. Row 14, the 7 of Dale Willoughby. The 00, Thomas Holder beside him. Row 1545, Todd Siebels, and the 57 of Brian Pierce beside him. Row 1631, Jackson Holbrook, and the 55 of Dean Wilkinson. Last but not least, row 17, Dave Bingle. Holy crap, past the Tylenol. I got through it. I don't think I screwed up too awful many of them, Estelle. What do you think's going to happen tonight? These cats going to be able to settle down and do some racing, let the laps go by, or is it going to get nasty and ugly right off the get-go? Now, all these guys are experienced drivers, Estelle. They are not. This is Talladega. They're not going to sit back, and they're just not going to wait around and let laps count down. I think they're going to get on it, and they're going to get it on quick.
I think you're right, Bobby. You got the teams out there. All depends on what you do. Every one of them got that itchy finger, right? They want to go up to the front, and they work with the buds, and those. They get in on that pit, get up, and try to break away from the crowd. But I got a feeling they're going to get out there. They're going to race clean for a little while. They're going to be nice and safe and boring for us broadcasting up here. And then you're going to see some guys take it 3 wide, and then we're going to have a race on our hands. Hopefully, we can make it to pit stopping way to fill pit.
All right, you sound like whispering Bill Anderson. If there's a way you could pop your mic up or get a little closer to it, that would help me out a lot. Because I got the big mouth and you're Mr. Softy. But here we go, green flag racing. 77 laps at Dega. In your face right here. Max Speed TV, Bobby with all the hobby special guests, Mr. Estelle right here.
All right, I cranked up my volume. Hopefully you can hear me now.
Oh, you sound great. Butler's going to be down on the bottom side, lead them all the way around this bad boy. Mr. Mark Mann in the 04. Look at him go. He's up in that 10th spot. He's making moves already. Already, we got a truck way up, 3 wide, but he's all by himself. Nobody of the dance partner. Here comes a couple guys behind him.
Looks like the guys are coming to race already. They're 3 wide back here trying to work their way up to the front.
Oh, yeah. 3 wide, exactly. And who's in that mess? The 3 wide? Mr. Excitement himself, J.D. Crow. I'll tell you, this guy, he can drive about anything, and he does not like to sit back and wait. He likes to get it on and get moving, and he's coming. Now, 2 of them that I do want to mention, and if I can find the names, I will. There's so many that I broadcast, I can't even remember them all. There's a few of these cats, man. Absolutely love running that high side. Absolutely love it right up against the wall.
We got Mark Mann being pushed by Sean Makara on the outside here, and a whole train followed behind him. Looks like we're going to be stacked up like a parking lot 3 by 3 up here as we come around the front stretch. Should be pretty fun to watch.
Here we go, 3 wide racing once again. Doesn't surprise me a little bit. As you can watch, they're getting just a little bit jiggy right here, running around. The 24, Larry Boyle, gets comfortable right in the middle of the second truck. Now, the way I always call this, Estelle, is the guy behind the leading truck is called the pusher. He's the one dictates how fast it's going to go. And as you can see, it looks like one of these cats might have just elected to say, I've had enough of this. I'm going to the back. And I do believe that's going to be the 20. I think it's the 24. Or the 25, I mean. He opted to go way back in the back. He's had enough, he said. That's Kevin Freeze. He started second. He'll ride around in the back. But as I was saying, they love the pusher is the guy that dictates how fast each lane's going to run. And you never, ever, ever push the pusher. That's when things start to go wrong quickly. Sebring's bringing him up in the middle. And that number 4 machine.
Looks like we got a group of guys lined up, single file in the back, betting on the big crash.
Yep, they're all going to hang way back here in the back. If I get a little bit closer to some of these guys, change a few things around. And of course, it's going to be Mr. J.D. Crow, Eric Lowry right here. That's going to be your second bunch of boys. Now take a look at this. Gabe Butler. The Polecat. Back here in the 27th. They're going to ride around together as teammates. The big one's going to happen. Face it. Super Speedway. It's just
Bobby, that's a smart play. That's a good strategy. Is if you guys stick together back there, you really don't lose any ground, and you give yourselves a chance to have a clean car at the end of the race. And then let's say it goes green, you can still all pit in together, give yourselves plenty of room without worrying about the big pack. Get out quicker and actually get in front of the whole pack. So it's a good play by Gabe Butler and the boot knockers there. Let's see if they can pull it off. Hopefully it goes green, and I'd like to see them come out in the front. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, the good news is they're staying right with the lead pack. They're not losing anything, but yet they're far enough back in case any of these cats get in trouble up front. They've got plenty of time to react, and that's all that they want to do is have time to react. They get 2 fast repairs, 2 free get out of the pits, I call it. After that, you're done, and you can't win it if you're not in it.
We got the regulators, my team up in the front here. We got Everett Fastlane leading the middle. Darren Reeser got pushed down below the yellow there. Ooh, that was a little wild, but looks like everybody was able to save it there.
Talk about doing some pushing. Take a look. Let me get up here close. Gomilia. One of the regulator boys.
It's Grimuglia, but he said just call him Frankie G.
I'm just gonna, it's just not gonna happen.
We'd call him the Gas Man.
I'd like to thank everybody out in YouTube that found us. Had a technical difficulty on it and turned out make a new I made a new channel and got everybody back in here, thank goodness. Apologize for my voice slowly going. As you can see, Mark Mann, right here he is all by himself, getting a little bit of help on this top side. He's trying his best to get up there. Now, the way this works is, in case you guys have not heard me say this, which I'm sure you have, that bottom truck right there, the 24 machine of Everett Lane, that's where everybody wants to be. That is the rocking chair, Estelle. You are safe as you are in your mama's arms, being that first truck on the bottom lane. I think there, you're pretty much about as safe as you're going to be on the track.
It's even better when you got a teammate. Like Darren Reeser's a really good pusher pushing you on that rocking chair lane. And then you got Frank Grimuglia on the outside. He's going to give you plenty of room. So looks like Everett Fastlane in the 24 truck. He's got the spot right now if they can hold it.
These trucks, as you can see, I got it a close shot right here. They move all over the place. It is really super easy to screw up and cause the big one. You better make sure if you're doing the pushing, you better make sure that you are lined up perfectly with that truck's bumper in front of you. If you're just a little bit off, you're going to send him flying, and then we got all kinds of trouble.
We got Makara being pushed by a man. Overtook Frankie G to number 13 in the middle lane there. So it looks like they're going to get regulator guys a run for their money up here. And that third lane's coming pretty hard too.
It's coming real hard. You know, you always think that the bottom way is the fastest way around this entire track, but it's not true. It's how many guys you get that can run that exact same line and be just as perfectly still as you can driving around here. That's where they pick up the momentum.
And another big thing, a lot of people might not know, if you're pushing on the inside lane there and the guy in front of you has plenty of tape, and you have a lot of tape, you'll overheat so quick, and these guys will just blow right by you. So heat management, tape management, it all boils down to that high-speed chess game I was talking about earlier. And Darren's probably running, 10-15 tape, and Everett fast lanes keeping up there in the front. He's probably got a little bit higher tape going on. But those guys running the middle line, if they come down in front of Everett, he can only push for so long before he starts to overheat too. So that's where that high-speed chess game comes into play. You gotta know what the other person's running and what to expect from them once you make those lane changes.
Sebastian Marin right here in the 6. Take a look at him in that middle. What he is really hoping for is praying to God that number 5 right there, and that will be the... Yep, number 5. Now look, this is what we want. He is praying that he can push him far enough out ahead and get him in front of that lead truck there on that bottom lane so he can dive right down in front of him. Now, sometimes they'll hang with their drafting partner, and other times they'll leave their dance partner hang out to dry. But everybody right here that you're looking at, they want to be that lead truck on that inside lane, and that's what they shoot for.
Looks like McCarra and Marin are actually staying in the center. Marin had a couple chances, Sebastian Marin, to take the front from Everett there. But looks like they're trying to attempt to get 2 trucks clear, and that's really hard to do, to get both clear. It's not impossible, but it's definitely a hard thing to do.
If you have an aggressive pusher that stays right on the back bumper, it is hard to get 2 trucks cleared at the same time. Now, people will argue that there is no such thing as side draft. I say bullpucky. There is side drafting in these trucks. I know it for a fact. I've been involved in it. I watched them go right by me before. But side drafting is just as important as bump drafting. It's another tool that you can use to slow this other lane down so you can kind of catapult and catch up with them.
You're absolutely right, Bobby. Another big thing is you can actually pinch down or side draft kind of a little closer than normal and put a little pressure on that pusher. Hopefully, if they're not higher caliber driver, they panic a little bit and ease up a little, just enough to give you a breakaway on the front straightaway, either the back stretch or the front there.
And that side drafting is such an important tool. You can get so close to those trucks, you can actually get that wind on that back spoiler, and that rear end is absolutely, it's just as loose as it can be. Check out the 34 doing the pushing on the bottom right here.
Yeah, these guys are really racing today. I see a lot of pushing, lead changes, and they're doing a really good job giving each other room. When that truck breaks away from his lane and takes the next lane, he actually loses a few miles an hour of speed. So the cars behind him, if they're not paying attention, they get caught in what I call the accordion effect. And if they're not paying attention, they'll ram the guy in front of them and cause a big old wreck. So the guys are doing really good racing right now. Lots of changes, lots of working together. They're giving each other room, and definitely making it exciting.
Now, the one thing it's not that big of a deal here in super speedways, excuse me, is your lead trucks. They suck up so much fuel, way more than all the other trucks in the back. But usually in these super speedways, it really doesn't matter because, well, at some point in time, they're all going to come into the pits together anyway, whether they want to or not. but you can burn off a lot of fuel up there in that front. And you know as well as I do, when you don't have a whole lot of fuel in that tank, your truck's lighter and you're easier to shove and you can go faster.
That's right. You know, 77 laps is a good number with 65% fuel, because as long as there's no cautions, you can lead the race the whole time and burn up the most fuel and still make it to the end with the green white checker.
And
It's you get in trouble if you get an accident and people go for fuel mileage.
if I
You don't want to be
calculate,
that lead truck, like you said, because you'll end up
yeah.
being short and have to pit while everybody else doesn't.
Now, if my calculations are correct, I think these guys can go around 22 to 23 laps before they got to come in. See how far off I am. Right now, 15 laps down into the books. Currently, Everett Lane in a 24. He's got it down on the bottom. The 77 got shoved, finally got up there. Zachary was able to clear the 24. Now he's going to be riding around in that rocking chair for a while.
Yeah, Bobby, it looks like they got 13.1 gallons for a full load. So they should be able to get around double that minus one lap, because it uses about a half a gallon per lap at full speed in a draft. But as you know, coming out of the pits, getting up to speed burns up a little bit more fuel. So usually double the amount of gallons. So 13.1 would be about 26, and a minus a couple for the spool up and everything. So they should be able to get 23, 24, you know, if they really push it, 25 laps.
Way back here in the back. It's the second, I mean, way back here. You can see them. They're still in line. I give you the wide, long shot right here. JD Crow, the 88, Mr. Butler, who was your polecat here tonight. They're just hanging back in the back. They're single file. They're watching these laps just go right on down, tick down.
We got a duo there on the outside, number 45 of Todd Seibels being pushed by Wang. And I tell you, Mr. Wang, he's pushed me, worked with me. He's a really good driver, a really good pusher. He's definitely one to watch out for. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah. He definitely loves to push. There's some guys out here, Estelle, I truly believe that they probably be happy just to push anything, anybody, anywhere. They'd rather push than win the race.
That's right. I'm one of those guys. I tend not to like the lead. I feel like I do more good by being someone helping someone else win. And that was my role I played in the regulators. And you definitely recognize the talent in some of the other teams, like Brian Wang and, you know, and the other guys that are pushing out there. Everett's a really good pusher too. And you definitely, it's a good time, especially when you're coming down with 3 or 4 to go, and you see the makeup of the cars on the track, and you know you really got to race well and push the best you can, because you're up against some really good competition out there.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, you're watching these cats right up here, like you were talking about, the 07 Wang and that 45 of Todd Seibels, all by themselves. 2 lonely guys out here running around. That's it. But look at them. They're still able to get it done up on that top side with only 2. And now we got some breaking away into the pits, the first bunch.
Yeah, we're in our pit window. Historically speaking, in the trucks, you want to pit a lap or 2 earlier. It gives you a chance to break through and get past everybody. But lately, with the new draft packages and everything, it seems like the ones who are staying out the longest are the ones that are faring better when they come out of the pits.
And everybody on the left-hand side on the pit road ticker right here, that's the ones that have came in so far. These new ATVOs that we got, I'm playing around with them since I got a co-commentator. Gives me an opportunity to actually see what works. I do like this, knowing who's in your pits. And then you're probably going to see another bunch come in here also.
Looks like the regulators went in. Everett Lane, Darren Reeser, Frank Muglia, Larry Boyle, Paul Witt. Those are all regulators in the pits.
Teammates, that's where it's at. You got to have teammates in this place. If you don't have them, forget about it. It's nearly impossible.
You come out on that track on a super speedway by yourself, or just with one other car even, it's like putting a parachute out there and slowing yourself down. You just won't be able to maintain the speed, and those guys are going to, little by little, get further and further away off in the distance.
I'm gonna come back here in this pack. Now this is what these guys eventually are all gonna be coming into the pits right here. We're gonna kind of get them a back eye view of this.
Looks
And
like
here
we got
they
a bunch.
come.
I'm listening to the radios. I heard a bunch coming in. So you have a couple different teams coming in at the same time now.
And then the rest of these cats right here are staying out. We've got a
You got the
total of
regulators
16.
coming around the backstretch there, being led by Darren Reeser, being pushed by Everett Lane. Like I said, he's another one of those really good pushers. And his other teammate, Frank Camuglia, staying close behind. And when you get those 3 trucks hooked up like that, it really penetrates through the wind really well, and you tend to go a little bit faster. So
Yeah, you got them
here
all.
to see how they do.
Reeser, Lane, Frankie G, Paul Witt, the 429. Look at them all. Now that is teammates. And I got to tell you, that's got to be some of the best looking paint jobs I have seen. Ronnie Millsap and Stevie Wonder could watch these cats go around here. They're so shiny.
Yeah, a lot of chrome. Frankie G, Frank Camuglia, the gas man. He's our painter. He's the one that does all the chrome and everything. He does a pretty good job with it.
He does a heck of a job. As a matter of fact, take a look at him right here. Lots of shininess. Now, I am going to take a better look if I can. There you go. Take a look on the back of Frankie G's truck, huh? The only thing I pass is gas. And I believe that is... I think that's the monkey butt logo, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you gotta have fun doing this. You gotta have a great personality because, let's face it, you can be running out here for 50, 60, 70 laps, and one little simple mistake can cost you, and that just makes you just want to take your water bottle and everything else you got in your rig and whip it across the room. If I can get a shot of some of these guys. And here they are. Mark Mann, he is in. Jimmy Crow is in. Getting some work done. There goes Mark. Here comes the 04 Rick Seaburns. He's also in. So we have 3 different kind of strategies going on as far as pit stops go. Tracy Weaver working his way back up to the speed, trying to get her back up on top. They got that commitment going.
Got somebody spinning out, coming out of the pits.
Now let's see it if it's going to throw us the caution on it, and it looks like it's going to. Trying to see who it is here. Looks like it could be Mr. Jimmy Crow. I'm not sure though. To run it back and see if we can catch it. It's not Jimmy Crow. Take a look back on your replay when you're watching it and you see if you can find it.
Looks like Jimmy Crow was coming out of the pits and caught the apron there, and it caused his truck to go around.
Is that what it was? That's a tough transition. We're watching him right now. Let's keep an eye on him right here. Yep, he went down right there. The good thing is he was able to do a beautiful, well, almost 360 twice. The guys are able to miss him. He didn't hit anything. No harm, no foul. Except pride, maybe. He'll get her back out and get it going again. There's your leader, the 34. That's Darren Reeser, and I don't know. Because a lot of these guys have different channels that they like to chat on. Nope, not going to be able to get him. Let's see. I think Jimmy probably... He's back into the pits. He might have flat spotted all those tires on that spin. And here come some of the other guys. Now, Estelle, you always, when you have the opportunity, I don't care if you come in and you get a teaspoon of fuel. That could be the difference between going that extra green, white, checkered, 1 or 2 that they do, and not having enough fuel, and you're pretty much screwed, right?
That's right. You want about 3 gallons to get your pace laps and your full green, white, checkered in. If you got less than 3 gallons, you better go in there and get some fuel because you ain't going to make it.
And I'm pretty sure every single one of these guys heard you say that, because they come in, they get topped off just a little bit, and they're right back out at it again. But right here is going to be your leader. Mr. Lima in the 77. Steven, I believe it's Karosik, if I say it right, yay, in the snap-on machine. Third is going to be Brian Wang. Todd Siebels is going to be fourth. Fifth, Darren Reeser. How do you say that? Rezor. There you go. I'm just used to plain old hillbilly names. Frankie G, he's going to be 6th. Paul Witt, 7th. 8th, Everett Lane. JD Crow up in the 9th spot. Now, I can't screw this one up. Charles Johnson, that's an easy one. He's in top 10. You guys are watching Super Speedway Kings with my guest, guy helping me out tonight, Mr. Estelle. I certainly appreciate you joining me here in the booth.
You know, speaking of Darren Reeser, he is the absolute nicest guy I've ever met in my life. I mean, every time in team speaking stuff, he has all these nice, wonderful things to say to everybody.
I'm not really sure. I'm not up with the slang these days, me being an old man. But out here in YouTubeville, Yoi Soy Santini says these commentators goated. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. That's a new one.
You said
for
we
me.
pull somebody up and talk to him.
Yeah, let me see who I can find that actually I can get up in here. Who do I want to talk to? I just absolutely talk to this cat. I can always have fun with him. Always have fun with him. Mark Mann, Bobby and Estelle in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure. What's going on, brother?
Not much. Watching you go around and around and around and around. You guys are quite racy starting out of the gate.
It is very 3 wide, and these trucks are moving around an awful lot tonight, so I'm a little bit scared. I'm having fun, though. I got that Hallmark movie on deck. It's called Love on Super Speedway.
Wow. You know what? The wife told me that there was a Hallmark movie tonight. She was going to have popcorn and a blanket, because I keep the air conditioning at like 60 in the house. And, well, I appreciate you telling me that. Hopefully she's TiVoing it. I know how you are with your Hallmarks and stuff. You know, I don't want to discriminate by no means.
That's cool. That's all.
But anyway, truck handling pretty good. Everybody's pretty racy out here. You feeling pretty good?
I feel good. I mean, my truck's moving around an awful lot in the pack, especially when I'm in the middle. So I'm a little bit paranoid of that. Actually, that third line feels the best.
Well, look, I'm going to let you get back with all your friends. And we'll watch you slowly work your way up front. Cream rises to the top, Mr. Man. And, of course, you've got Mara Clark out here screaming like crazy. I believe she's saying, unhook the plow, you slow. I can't say that over the air. But anyway, hey, good luck, buddy. Keep the fenders on that bad boy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, Bobby. Hope to see you at the end, brother.
Mark the man.
He's always a blast to talk to. I mean, he's always happy. I don't know. I have to get his secret. 26 laps out of 77's in the book, Mr. Estelle. What do you think? You think these guys are going to get jiggy with it and they're going to just right off the get-go start going 3 wide immediately? Or do you think they're going to
they're going to go 3 wide. They're going to race it out from here. We're going to see some fireworks for sure. Hopefully they kind of calm down a little bit and try and get another green flag, but you never know what's going to happen.
I think everybody out here watching on the YouTube channel finally we got fixed up. That was all screwed up from the beginning. But you are watching Super Speedway Kings, MaxspeedTV, 26 out of 77 laps in the books right here, coming right at you one more time. Time to go green flag in Estelle. Let's do it.
I got my money on the regulators. You got 4 of them up in the top 8 cars here, and it looks like they're probably going to break away. Go middle, go top, Go big or go home.
Everybody is doing a heck of a job. I mean, you can throw a blanket over the first 20 trucks, one caution in 26 laps, and you really can't complain because that kind of happened off the track, you know?
Well, I'm amazed by the amount of cars that are single file. That means they all hit it again so they can go to the back and top off their fuel. So I don't know if they're working on fuel strategy or they just trying to avoid a possible caution, because the old adage goes, cautions breed cautions.
They certainly do. Now, I don't know how many broadcasts of mine that you've seen, but there's a little something that I like to do, and I know my buddy out here, John Black, I'm surprised he's not screamed it at me on YouTube yet. But Estelle,
Crank it up.
it's time to crank this mother up, buddy. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you, but that's one of my favorite things in the world. iRacing does a heck of a job when you crank these bad boys up and even shakes the camera. Hell, it knocked one of my cameras right off the mount. Now we are getting ready to come up on a lap truck, and they're going 3 wide behind him. I can guarantee you he's about ready to have some serious skid marks, probably more than is what is on this track right now, because they are bearing down on him and fast. And they've done a heck of a job missing him. Mark Mann inching his way right back up front again. He said he wasn't going to stay back there very long. And these guys are, whoa, we got trouble right there. Speaking of Mark Mann, he's actually in it. Well, let's go back, slow it down. See if we can find out what happened where.
Looks like Mark Mann, the man, overcorrected a little bit there and barely caught that wall. It just sucked him up in there and caused a huge chain reaction.
You know what? I actually agree with you on that. I do think, though, it's possible. Let me go back here. Let's investigate. That's the cool thing about these little ATVOs I have. You can play around with them. If I can find the right truck.
You know, Bobby, right at the top of that turn between turns 1 and 2, the top lane actually gets more narrow.
Right.
Like it's nice and wide, and then it gets real narrow, and then it winds back out again.
Right there,
and
he just touched that wall.
It
and that
barely
slowed him
touched,
down.
and it just sucked him in like a magnet.
Yep, and then that's when all the trouble happens. You can see him getting into another one spinning around back here. And you can see the huge mess that's happening. A lot of guys involved with it. The 007, he's involved. I believe that's David Adamson. A lot of smokers. There's the 41, Tracy Weaver. I think Mr. Crow, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like, I think he might have parked his ride. He might be doing some admin stuff with you guys as well up here. I don't know. Everybody's coming in as we figured they would.
Everybody. I don't think there's a car left on the track. Oh, there's one. Tracy Weaver.
Going all the way down. Here they come. Now
He's
here's
trying to get
the thing.
his lap back.
Everybody comes in down on the cautions, which is not a big deal. The problem occurs is when everybody is coming out of the pits. Tell you what, green flag cautions is so scary at super speedways. You don't want to get hit, you don't want to hit nobody, and you don't want to get caught speeding because then you're screwed for sure. Everybody has been into the pits so far, and here comes your main man. This cat right here. He's led 2 laps. He started 29th. Sitting pretty, leading him around on lap 32.
Looks like Darren Reeser beat him out of the pits. He's right behind Todd Seibels, so it'll be Darren on the outside and Todd on leading the race on the inside.
All right, 45. He's your man. He's leading her, and you're right. Riesler, he started 4th. Now he's hanging out in 2nd in the 34 machine. This guy is also a pusher. One of the regulators, I'm going to assume, by that paint job. Remember you were talking earlier, Estelle, about Mr. Wang?
Yeah, he's a great pusher.
He's sitting pretty right here in between a couple regulators. There's Paul Witt. He's going to be 4th. Frankie G, another regulator. Man, these regulators tonight seem to be dominating. They have got it going on.
Looks like they came to race today. You're going to have Paul Witt pushing Darren Reeser on the outside versus Brian Wang pushing Todd Seibels.
Now that
should be a pretty good
should
show.
be good. Pushers pushing pushers. One guy you don't want to cut out. One guy you do not want to count out. And I'll tell you what, he's due. And that's that 17 right there, J.D. Crow. He started 16th. He was all the way up front. Now he's back. He's topping off along with everybody else. Keep an eye on this guy. I'm telling you, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with by the time this race is over tonight.
Well, the last name Crow, hopefully none of Jimmy's anal-ease rubs up off on him. I mean, the guy wrecked himself coming out on the... Jimmy's talking about himself in driver chat here.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we get another caution, I'm going to bring his little butt up into the booth, and we're going to have a little chat with him. Because right now, I got to tell you, that's kind of an embarrassing thing. You know what I mean?
I think we've all done it a time or two, just not when it's being broadcasted and watched by a whole crowd of fans and people.
And you know what that means, though, don't you? Well, he may end up getting what I like to call, and there it is, folks, the Dude White Wreck of the Night Award.
Oh, man. Dude White Wreck of the Night.
It's a possibility. He may be the guy that's going to get this. We'll find out. It is so early yet, Estelle. A lot of stuff can happen right now. On the top side is going to be 07, Mr. Wang, and the 34 down at the bottom. Darren Reesor.
You know, you got Darren Reesor on the inside leading now. I guess Todd and Brian decided to pit. Being pushed by teammate Paul Witt. Frank Gramuglio's on the outside, which is a teammate. And don't forget about Larry Bull back there in the inside lane in the 4th spot. All those guys are regulators. The top 7 cars, 4 of them are regulators.
Like I said, I don't know what they ate this morning for breakfast, but I think they need to eat it every single race night because they got it going on.
They make me so proud.
Well, maybe they found out you're in a booth with me, and they want to put a good show on. There
you go. You know, we would go out. Michael Pegg would take us out, and we'd practice pitting and running laps and pitting and running laps and pushing each other. And I always thought, man, why am I doing this? I know how to race. And then I realized, well, because it's a team. You know, the more guys we can get in the pits and get out safely, the higher chances we are. And then look at them. You got 4 of them up there in the front.
They run so well together. I mean, like I said earlier, you've got to keep a straight line as much as you possibly can in order for that guy behind you to do some pushing.
'77 is making a jump for the high lane already. Zachary Lima.
Watching Paul Witt, he got on it. I mean, he was right on the bumper right when the green flag dropped. And
you know, Paul Witt's come a long way, Bobby.
And
I remember when he first started super speedways, and he was real hesitant to join the team or anything because he always felt like he wasn't good enough. And we just told him, you know, like, everybody's good enough. Just come and race with us and have a little fun. And he's come such a long way. He's become a really productive member of the team and doing such a good job.
You know, I found out if you just kick back and have some fun, I mean, patience is what wins races. Bottom line, if you got patience, man, you're gonna do excellent in iRacing. If you don't have patience, I suggest you probably throw your stuff in the trash and go play checkers, because you've got to have patience here, because it will eat you up if you don't.
Yeah, you'll definitely make more enemies than friends if you don't have a little patience. We got Jackson Holbrook being pushed by the 07, Brian Wayne. That middle lane there, and they got a good head of steam there.
Wang, I'm telling you, he can push. It's really impressive. Week after week, he's always up here in the top 4, top 5, battling it out.
We have Sebastian Marin pushing Zachary Lima in the high lane there. They got it working. A little help from number 49. He seems to be making down a lot of ground, moving up to the front.
That top side, only 3 trucks. That's all the energy they got, but look at them. They're getting it done. They're right there. They're definitely not being left out, by no means.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. You get a good run, and then you hit the front line. It's almost like you hit a wind wall. It's like you just stop going anywhere, because those other trucks are able to use your side draft, like you were talking a little bit.
Now, me being a broadcaster that I am, we just got to talking to Mark Mann earlier. Sure enough, he had to give us some excitement, get a little too close to the wall. But after coming back in and getting fixed back up and heading back out, he's right up here in that 12th spot. I'm going to say it. I've said it many times. I'm going to say it again. Mark Mann is like a hemorrhoid. It won't go away, and it will bug you till the very end. This guy, Mark Mann, you keep my eye, between him and JD Crow, these guys right here, they got it happening. And he's got to love me because I called him a hemorrhoid.
I'll have to get me some Tux medicated pads and paint it on my truck next time.
That might just have to. But, I mean, seriously, he's like a rash. He just won't go away. I mean, this guy is a fighter. Up top, 2 trucks. It's all we got. The 49. Steven Karosik, I believe. Now here comes the 07. Is going to hop right in with him to help him out. There's the Todd Siebels, I believe. The 45. Yep, there he is. 49, 45, and the 07.
You know, back here, Bobby, you can't never discount the sleeper, the Stinger himself, David Adamson. We call him the Hornet, back there in the green machine. He's always a little stinker. He's doing fuel mileage or something. He's hanging out in the back. He's just playing possum right now, but be looking out for him later on. He'll be up there in the front.
Yeah, he was involved in that last incident there. I saw him going around. So he's all fixed up. He has had to use one of his fast repairs, so he's got one left. And speaking of that, the Stingers, JD Crow, he is inside 13 laps down. Don't know what the problem is there. Something might have happened to his rig. I'm not sure, because he has a fast repair left. But if he's down that many laps, something happened.
We've got 30 cars, 30 trucks still on the lead lap. Only one person a lap down. Our pole setter, Gabe Butler's playing possum along with David Addison back here in the back. But I'm sure he's just trying to keep his equipment clean so that he can make a run for it at the end there. He is the points leader right now, too.
Yeah, these guys, they got something going on. There a while back when I first started broadcasting these guys, I asked Dean Wilkinson, I said, hey, I go, why do you wash your clothes in Tide? He says, because it's too damn cold outside. And I said, okay, good enough for me.
In Tide, inside. Nice. Oh, come on, man. Mark Man's taking it easy, just chilling in the inside lane there, just riding along.
Yep, there's JD. He's 27th. I was reading Jimmy. I get these crows mixed up, man. All these guys are sitting back here in the back. They're just waiting for the right time to work their way up.
We got Kevin Freeze. He's a really good super speedway driver. He's working his way up on the high side behind Everett Lane there. They seem to be making some progress. I guess he decided to come out of the shadows and play with the rest of the boys today.
Now, running around, it being so tight, if these guys, I'm going to show you how tight it is. The 77 Zachary, let's ride with him. You got him on the inside, and boy, is that close. You want to see how close they're running? Take a look right here. This gives you a whole new meaning to side drafting. And if that ain't good enough for you, you got to turn right around and worry about the ones on the top side.
We got Raisin Cane's Chicken Fingers just took the lead. Jackson Holbrook. Everett Lane, Fast Lane, just pushed Stephen Corsick up to the middle in the front. Kevin Freeze, another great pusher, pushing Everett Lane, which is also another great pusher. My money's on that high lane moving somewhere.
There's your race summary. 2 cautions. 25 lead changes. Now that tells me these guys are racy. Tell you what, that middle's got it going on. Does he have enough to drop down? Yes, he does, and he did too. The 49 down at the bottom in the rocking chair.
Yeah, Kevin Freeze is going to go on by. Looks like Brian Wang's giving him a good push. He had 3 really great pushers up there in the high lane. I knew they were going to go somewhere. Now Everett Lane's going to push Kevin Freeze. I'm pretty sure he's going to get him around, get that low side. Hopefully Brian Wayne gets some help from 45 back there. Todd Sables.
Now the 24. He is the pusher, but man, look at that 70. Look at Zachary right there on there. I mean, that's tight. My goodness.
There you go. Kevin Freeze is now your inside rocking chair leader.
As safe as in your mama's arms. Right up to about the last probably 3 to 5 laps. Then nobody's safe. It's open game.
Yeah, you can't discount Zachary Lima either, man. He'll give Everett the best shove he can give him, try and get him up there. But these guys need to tighten it up in that middle lane if they hope to go anywhere. Those boys on the inside lane are running real tight, real smooth right now. It'll be hard to pass them.
Paul Witt left out there. Nobody wants to come to the dance party with him. He's all alone dancing in that 429 on the high side. Hopefully you can get him just a little bit of help. Somebody to kind of hop up there and join with him. If not, he will make his way back into that second line. Checking on the boys back in the back. And there they are. Setting pretty back here. Your pole setter, Mr. Butler. There he is. 007.
New leader, Stephen Corsick, able to make the pass around Everett Lane. Sebastian Martin's leading the front middle lane right now, but I don't know if he knows it or not. His tail end seems to be damaged right there. I don't know if that's going to hurt his aero or not.
Let's take a look at it. little bit of damage going on. Not too awful bad on these guys. Being the pusher, remember we talking about the pusher? He sets the pace. All the way down the backstretch. He'll get off of it in the turn right here because you never, ever, ever touch anybody's rear end when they're turning. That's a big no-no. That'll make you from a hero to a zero right now. And you try to get up there one more time to get one good shove before that tri-oval, like right there. He'll back off a little bit, and he'll be right back up on him again.
Looks like he's able to push him clear even with that damage.
There's your new leader, Sebastian Marin. He was able to get it done.
That brings Lima leading the middle lane on the outside, being pushed by Paul Sheldon. Closely following behind in the top lane is Noel Cowers, and the man of the hour, the pusher himself, Brian Way. Look like he's looking for his chance to get behind someone and push him up to the front.
Well, Paul Sheldon did his job. He just pushed Zachary right up there in that rocking chair all by himself, comfortable up there in the bottom lane, leading the show right now.
Yeah, that shovels Everett Lane back to the fourth on the inside there. He's in a tough spot unless he can get that lane to break away and come up to the middle.
Frankie G running by himself on that top side. Kind of hoping maybe he can hop in somewhere on the bottom. Nobody want to dance with him right now. Still holding his own, but he is slowly dropping.
Got the Hornet, David Addison, and Gabe Butler, a pole setter, still hanging all the way in the back there.
Yep, they are. They are literally the last two trucks on the lead lap right here. 47 out of 77. I'm going to assume probably after these next pit stops, if they're green flag, you're going to start seeing these guys slowly working their way to the front. Now, they have not used none of their fast repairs. As a matter of fact, all the way from 23rd all the way back to 31st, they all have their 2 fast repairs.
That's pretty impressive. They must be getting really good at playing dodgeball out there.
I'd like to thank everybody out there, YouTubeville, watching us get this race underway. Had a little problem in the beginning, but we're all fixed up now, looking really well. 7 likes out of 17 people watching live. That's just not going to work out for me. Y'all got to hit that like button. I swear if you get a blister, Estelle will send you some Neosporin and a Band-Aid.
That's right. A gallon.
Let them know you like them. Let them know you appreciate the racing.
Well, there's Dave Bingle working his way up to the front now. We haven't seen him in a while. I guess he got tired of riding around in the middle. He wanted to come play up front.
You're going to slowly start to say, like you said, the cream will rise to the top. You're about ready to see some of the cream rising, and you're also about beginning to see a little bit of a storm going to get ready to brew here.
We got a few more laps before these guys hit their pit window. Like we were mentioning earlier, you want a few gallons spare in case that green-white checker comes out at the end. You don't want to be short because you lose your track position. But more than likely, these guys that come in like lap 60, 58, 59, 60, somewhere around there, and have enough for a green-white checker at the end as well.
There's the 15 doing some pushing, Noel. And the 163 right there, and if I'm not mistaken, that's Mr. Sheldon. He's been quiet tonight. Here he's sitting in the 4th spot. No problem.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with Zachary Lima, Bobby. He's been pushing, racing high, racing low, racing in the middle. You know, he gets past, he gets back up there, runs with somebody, gets out in front again. He's been leading this race for a few laps now, doing a really good job.
I gotta tell you, he's driving probably out of his rearview mirror as much as he is through his windshield, and that's what it takes to stay in a position that you want to be in.
not sure if these guys are lining up, try and get that green flag pit stop or get with their buddies. Everybody can pit together. I'm sure they're communicating right now, trying to figure out what their strategy is going to be and trying to figure out what the other drivers are going to do. Every little bit of advantage you can get goes a long way, especially on the super speedways. Are they going to take tires or not take tires?
Usually on a super speedway, tires is not a big deal whatsoever. But if you got to get a full tank, you might as well get your tires too, because, well, basically you're sitting there, get the tires for free, and move on.
Exactly. You know, get the left side tires for sure. Those seem to go a lot quicker. But if you have to get right side tires, you want to make sure you got yourself a couple extra seconds, because for whatever reason it takes that jack man an extra second and a half to get around the truck before you can take off.
I notice these guys get really, really racy with that double yellow line in these turns. That's something you got to be kind of careful of, and you can ask Mr. Jimmy Crow on that one, because that transition will take you and whip you.
I went out there before the race started, Bobby, and I put a lot of anilles on the yellow line there, so it's real greasy.
Well, I'll tell you what, that stuff, you know, I used to be sponsored by them. I had a truck, and here comes some of the guys in right now. I thought, nope, yep, there was a couple of guys that came in. That was it. But that's good stuff. It's slippery, buddy. Put it on the
like
bumpers.
Brian Pierce and Thomas Holder pitted already. I don't think they can make it.
They'll have to stop one more time. Oh, we got a blinker right there. Blinking a few times right in front of the four of Mr. Sebrings, and I'm sure he's going to be screaming at the admin, because if you get a blinker, that's a bad thing. Mr. Sebring says, I can't take it. I'm out of here.
Looks like a bunch of guys are coming in the pit now.
Whoops. I didn't want to do that. Yeah, they are all coming in. If you notice all the smoke that was going on, everybody trying to get down from, what, 200 mile an hour to a whopping 65.
That's going to hurt Zachary Lima. He slid through his pit, had to back up. So he's going to come out about a second and a half, 2 seconds behind everyone else. It looks like he made out. He'll be all right. Got Brian Wang pushing Steven Korsick. Followed closely behind Zachary Lima and Sebastian Martin. Got 4 trucks lined up coming out of the pits there.
And here comes some more of them.
Looks like the regulators decided to pit.
And here they all come together, and that's what you got to do.
Got Hornet still following the tail end of the whole crowd. I'm sure he'll just pit whenever the last set of trucks pit.
Mark Mann's decided to come in with these guys as well. Mark's the one that came up and kissed the wall. That's another
I put a little
guy.
extra Velcro in his truck, so you know it pulled him up into it.
It doesn't take much when you get that close. One through 13 yet to come into the pits, position-wise. Sebrings is leading the way right now.
Got 10 trucks all pitting at the same time right now, and they did a really good job giving everybody plenty of room.
Sebrings goes way up high. I'm kind of thinking he might be hopping down in the bottom behind these guys. And he does. They should be getting ready to come into the pits because they got to be on fumes. They're right around 24, coming up on 25 laps. Should see these guys come in this time.
Haven't heard much from them. They were probably just saving fuel, staying in the pack back there so they can get that extra lap.
And here they come. in unison. Absolutely beautiful. It's almost like watching synchronized swimming, isn't it, Estelle?
It's a lot of fun, but sometimes it can be really stressful when you're a driver and you're trying to pit going from 200 miles an hour down to 45 and there's cars all around you. Sometimes it can be nerve-wracking.
Eventually, when everything comes back around here, you're going to be seeing Mr. Zachary Lima leading the show.
Behind them, you got Kevin Freeze, Todd Sables, and Darren, Mr. Nice Guy Reeser. And it looks like they've sniffed their draft just enough. They should be able to catch them.
As long as they stay single file, they should be able to get part of that draft to catch right up with them here.
They better get moving. You got a pack of about 10 trucks right behind them, and they're gaining speed quickly.
And they're being led by the number 24, Everett Lane. And there's that 429 you're talking about, Paul Witt. He's going to shove them right up there, and they're all going to get bunched up and caught up again. 57 laps out of 77 in the books. I don't know about you, Estelle, but I'm starting to see some really dark clouds emerging in the sky here.
It's go time now, baby. That's the last pit stop. Everybody's trying to get with their partners, and they're going to make a push for the end there, and they got to catch them. .25 of Kevin Freeze got left hanging there, passed by Paul Witt and Everett Fastlane.
Now, all these cats right here, they will absolutely be able to suck right up to these three cats right here. Now, the question is, are they going to be able to run right by them on that top side? Or are they going to be able to hold this entire field off?
Well, this is where, if you're Darren Reeser, you're thinking what you need to do, because you got your teammates on the outside, Paul Witt and Everett Fastlane. And when you catch up to that 3-pack of cars there, you know, Darren's going to be stuck down in the bottom, but it also gives his two teammates, Everett Fastlane and Paul Witt, maybe possible to be able to run the middle line, get up to the front again.
You can see the gap right here on the long shot. I'm impressed.
Yeah, those guys, Zachary Lima, Sebastian Marin, and Brian Wayne, did such a good job when they came out of the pits. They were immediately bumper to bumper, and that's why they're able to pull ahead out to the front right now. But unfortunately, the people behind them have about 20 more trucks than they do, and they're just simply just going to be faster in the draft, and they'll catch them eventually.
I'm really impressed with this number 6, Sebastian Marin. He started 15th, and he's been hanging around up here just shoving his little heart out. And he better be shoving, because they're coming.
So the big pack behind now has regulators on the outside, the middle, and the inside. Looks like they're trying to push hard to catch up to these leaders up here. Wonder where Gabe is in the boot knockers. Should be close to go time.
Taking a real long look right here.
Looks like Gabe's running 20th, right behind that second main pack there that's closing in on the three leaders that are connected.
They're closing in fast, Estelle, real fast. There they are, coming into the turn. And here they come, right behind them.
And it wouldn't be Super Speedway race if it wasn't the Hornet back there playing Ninja still. What is he thinking?
17 laps to go here. It's time to get moving.
He's thinking still 17 laps. You know, I'll hang out for a little bit longer and then I'll go.
Some of the guys going way down on that apron.
Yeah, teammates do that sometimes so they can connect with each other.
Take a look at the 88. Your pole setter, Mr. Butler. Here he sets in the 20th spot. J.D. Crow right behind him in that 17. You got a lot of good drivers back here. They're going nowhere, but they're getting there fast. 15 laps to go.
They resorted to 2x2, this main pack back here. And they're still creeping up on that 3-car leaders up there, just little by little creeping up on them.
I can assure you right now that Mr. Wang is probably looking in his rearview mirror more than he's looking at his windshield. And he knows exactly with his telemetry where these cats are behind him and how fast they're coming up. Because here they come. And the one that's going to be getting the job done, Mr. Witt right here. Either one of these, you've got to be hooked up. You've got to be able to push every spot you can push. Laps are winding down, and they've got to catch this little 3-truck team. But I'm telling you, Estelle, I am freaking impressed how 3 trucks is making it really hard for these guys to catch them. Trouble right there. Wow. That just took a lot of them out. There's the big one we were talking about.
Looks like Noel pushed him down a little bit and stayed into the gas, didn't let up and let him back up in there.
See if we can find out right where this one started at.
Yep. He already apologized for it over the broadcast there.
Well,
Looks like an honest mistake. He thought he was going down because he got hit so hard. The net code pushed him down there, so he thought he was taking the lane and ended up catching his rear right fender there.
If I can get the proper, that's what I want. Let's go back and watch it. Real time.
See how he gets bumped down, and then he thought he was going down, and he stayed with him. So when he came back up, he ran into his right rear fender.
Yep. And man, he took a shot, didn't he? The 15 up and around and over. Away he goes. Motor's blown. He is still being hit. You know what? That's a very good possibility. I think we might have ourselves the Dude Wipes Award winner right here. Run it all the way back. Ride with him one time. Real action. Real speed.
Well, that was unfortunate for those leaders up there because now that gives a chance for everybody else to come up and challenge their position on just a little bit harder now.
Yes, it does. And as of right now, I am giving the Dude Wipes Wreck of the Night Award. It is definitely going to be to Noel Cowers. I'm going to tell you what. I guarantee you he's got more skid marks in his shorts than that track does. He went for a heck of a ride, Estelle. Now, plenty of fuel. Fuel's not an issue whatsoever. Siebel started 29th. Here he sits. He's led 3 laps of this race so far. The 46 of David Overstreet. He's won so many league champions, I have to take off my shoes and use my hillbilly feet and count. This guy can get it done. Remember I was talking about one guy to watch? Mark Mann. Up to the 4th spot. Right here he is. Mara Clark, I don't know if you've got a rabbit's foot, a horse's foot, or a dog's foot. Whatever you've got, you better be rubbing the hell out of that thing. Because it's working. Because Mark's moved his way all the way up to the 4th spot right here. 12 laps to go. You guys are watching Super Speedway Kings, MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the freaking hobbies. And why? Because that's what my wife says. So that's what I'm going by.
Well, Bobby, I think it's go time now. So you're going to start seeing some of them points winners like Gabe Butler and Mark Mann, Brian Wayne. They're going to start connecting with their buddies and making their moves. And the regulators are up here and they're going to start making their moves. It's a go time. We're going to have about what, 10 lap shootout here.
And I got to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure we have not seen the last of the big ones. Like I said, Todd Siebels, he's led 3 laps. He started 29th. Here he sits. Mr. David Overstreet, he's currently second. He's led 1 lap. He started 13th. Like I said, he has so many championships and leagues, I can't even begin to tell you how many. And the number 5, Sean Makara. I believe that's how you say his last name. If not, it is now.
That last wreck caused Kevin Freeze and Paul Sheldon to join Eric Laurie at a lap down.
Mr. Man, he'll be the pusher up on that top side. Now, here's the key. Now, he has got the 04 Seabrans behind him. But right here's the key to this bad boy starting this off. At least I think it's the key. Overstreet, you know darn well that he is just absolutely screaming for Mr. Man to hit him right from the get-go. These two guys run very, very well together. I do not know if the 45 and the 5 run a lot together, but I do know Mark Mann and the 46 up there of Overstreet, they do a lot of racing together. Not to mention the number 4 of Seabrans right there behind him. So is the top lane going to get it together? Are they going to be able to possibly get enough momentum to drop down to that rocket chair in the bottom? We're going to find out.
I'm looking for teammates that could possibly get together here and run that top lane. And I'm not sure who it is. It seems everybody's mixed up and jumbled up a little bit. But if I was to bet, I bet Gabe Butler is going to connect with someone and run that top lane and try and get back up to the front.
Well, I can tell you, Mr. Wang right there is not going to be sitting there very long in the 07. I wouldn't be surprised if him and the 34 hook up together and they take off on that top side immediately. But here we go. 11 laps to go at the line, Estelle. Super Speedway Kings, MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the hobbies coming right at you. This is it right here. Are they going to be able to keep it clean for 11 more laps? Are we going to see the big one more time? Who's it going to be? Go through the gears. Do not miss a shift. If you do, oh boy. And you'd be surprised how many times that's happened, Estelle.
These guys are up to 160 miles per hour in about, 6 or 7 seconds. That's pretty fast for some pickup trucks. Got Sebastian Marin working outside, pushing Zachary Lima. Looks like they want to go back to the front again.
Just like I said, Mark Mann and Overstreet working great together in the middle. You can throw a blanket over these first 20 trucks, I believe. That's how tight this is. 10 to go at the line. Are we going to see another storm? Topside getting it done right now. The 77, I do not know how he dropped down in front of Overstreet without taking that front end off, but he did. And take a look right here. Mr. Gabe Butler. Right in the middle of this pack. Up on that high side. He's
Zachary Lima is using an unusual strategy. It looks like he opted to stay in the middle there.
And we got trouble right now. They all got a little squirrely back here.
Somebody went flying.
That will definitely bring out the caution for sure. We got some smoking trucks going on. Well, let's see if we can catch the last tail end of this and figure out where it started at.
That was a chain reaction.
It definitely was. I wouldn't know where. Wow. I think we got ourselves a new Dude Wipe award, or what do you think? I don't know who he is, but man, did he go bye-bye. 31, I believe. Try to get a better view of this. Let's get down to the 31. It's going to be Jackson Holbrook right here. Yeah, they're kind of all over doing an accordion effect. Man, he just took off a flying. That'll leave a mark. What do you think? I would imagine a lot of admin stuff going on right now. Take a look at it from the chopper view, folks. Watch it all unravel right in front, right here.
So it was actually the 07 hit the 34 and caused them to go up into the high lane and head to 28. That's all because of the chain reaction, that accordion effect. Those guys in the very front, they don't realize it because they're just racing up there. The one guy in the middle hit his brakes just a little too hard, and it caused everyone else for that to amplify back behind them, and that's what caused the 7th truck in the back to rear end the guy in front of him and send him up into the high lane.
Now I'm gonna tell you what, if anybody out there wants to get one heck of a shot right now, this is, I hate to say it, but it's a beautiful thing. And what I mean by a beautiful thing, watch his motor blow right there. You seen the puff of smoke? There it went. Wow. Dude Wipes, wreck of the night for sure. No one's gonna beat it. I'm sorry, Jackson Holbrook. You won something tonight. You won the Dude Wipes award. Get out of that rig. That was nasty.
That's some overcooked King's chicken right there.
Well, they're going to stay out. They're not going anywhere. Absolutely plenty of fuel. Sebastian Marin, there he is, leading the show. He's led 13 laps. He started 15th. We've still got to probably have 6 laps to go when we go green flagging, I'd imagine. And there's the 45. He'll be in the 2nd spot. And that will be Mr. Siebels, I believe. And take a look at your man, Zachary Lima. All of these cats have... you know what? I just might be able to talk to him. Let me see if I can. Hey, Todd, it's Bobby and Estelle in the booth. You got a copy? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Sorry. I didn't know
right.
where you were coming from. I've never been in this position before.
Well, good luck. Good luck. You're being interviewed, and everybody in YouTubeville is listening to you, and we are watching you. You're setting pretty good right now, pal. You've been racy all night long. You got a great truck underneath your rear end. What do you think? You going to be able to get this thing done?
Oh, it's just this has been a great race. We started from the back. There was didn't want to sit back, because people anticipating cautions. Just decided to go ahead. Didn't want to get caught so far back that find myself in a lap down just by sitting back. So decided to use the air and made my way up to the front and been kind of sticking around here. Unfortunately, missing all the accidents that are happening around me. Thank God I didn't cause any of them.
Well, I got to tell you what, pal. You have not had to use one of your fast repairs yet. So that is a great thing. But you are setting pretty right now. I'm going to leave you alone so you can get back talking to your teammates and wish you all the luck in the world. Maybe we'll talk to you and you can win this bad boy.
Well, I'd hope to talk again. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Todd's watching Todd, man. He's doing a really good job. He's being patient out there. He's not overly aggressive, and it's showing. He's staying up there in the front. He's getting people to work with him. He's working with other people, and that's what's racing all about. If anyone out there in YouTube land wants to watch somebody, watch Todd. He's doing it right. He's being a good professional race car driver out there, and it sounds like he's having a lot of fun.
You watch Todd and you watch Gabe Butler. Here he comes, riding back in the back, all by himself. He's had to use one fast repair. He was your pole sitter. And here he sits in that 4th position. And your buddy, the 429, Paul Witt and Mark Mann, 7th and 8th. Now, I'll tell you, Estelle, I've watched many restarts of these bad boys, and you know as well as I do, things can get happening up into the front where the first 4 or 5 trucks can get taken out, and then 5, 6, and 7 are fighting to try to win the race.
Yeah, you never know in these super speedways. That last caution was a testament to that. I mean, just one person check up in the front, you know, it causes 7 cars back not to really see the checkup coming, and you know, you rear end the guy in front of you, and it causes the whole field to get wrecked out there. So it's like you really never know what's going to happen. You gotta be on your toes, be ready to go for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we get started right here, I think it's safe to assume that Mr. Jackson Holbrook definitely won our Dude Wipes award for tonight's race. I don't think anybody can get any more airtime than what he got. But airtime is what these cats want right now. They want that win. They want to be able to be interviewed. They want to brag to everybody. We're going to get going right now, Estelle. It's going to be down to 6 laps to go. Super Speedway Kings, Max Speed TV, Bobby and Estelle in the booth. Look at Zachary doing some serious pushing right there.
Got Brian Wing in the top side, coming back already, being pushed by Everett Fastlane. 2 really good drivers look like they're going to try and make their way up to the front.
I'll tell you what, Paul Witt is doing a great job down here on the bottom pushing. Once again, 3 wide. Throw a blanket over the first 15 trucks. It's anybody's game. Dean Wilkinson right there. The 55, the Tide Machine, setting in 10th.
Yeah, it's definitely go time. These guys are 3 wide. I mean, bumper to bumper all the way back to the last truck.
Well, I'm not a betting man, but if I was, never mind.
Oh, no, he gets spun down into the apron. Shouldn't be a caution.
I don't think it will bring the caution out. I don't know. But I think it happens so fast I couldn't see it. But I believe, wasn't it possibly Mr. Paul Witt might have had a little hand in that maybe?
I'm going to go back and look at it right now.
Just a hard racing deal. Everybody going for the same real estate.
He barely caught him on the inside there. The leader was moving up, trying to side draft a little. And that causing him to spin him around. That's one of those gambles you got to take. High-speed chess match.
One of the racing deals right there. Mark, well, we got trouble right there for sure. Is he going to keep it? Can he keep it down? There he's still sideways. Let's see it. Bring it back here. No, he cannot. He is going to be in the wall. I thought he was going to pull that off. Thomas Holder, you would have pulled off the absolute spin of the night if you could have kept that going. I don't know if he's up and running again, but as of now, there's absolutely no cautions on the track whatsoever. Mark Mann down in the rocket chair, down on the bottom. I said to watch this cat from the beginning of the race. He can get the job done. He's always there. And who's he got? He's got about a 7-time league champion right behind him in the 46 of Overstreet doing the pushing. You've got some great pushers right here. The 77, Zachary Lima. This guy, we know he can push. JD Crow takes a peek on the outside. Is he going to go up on the high side or is he going to block him? You better be careful. He's liable to get turned. Mark Mann, 2 laps to go at the line. He's led 2 laps. He started 10th. He said he was having a blast. Mara Clark out there on YouTube, better be rubbing the hell out of that rabbit's foot. Rub the hair right off that puppy. At some point, somebody's going to have to try to make something happen. And I can assure you that the guys up front don't want no part of it.
We got six trucks on the inside, 6 trucks in the middle, and 5 trucks on the top.
Remember me talking about JD Crow also at the beginning of this race? Here he comes up on that top side.
Those boys really got their stuff together on the top lane. They're getting tied up there, covering a little ground. We should be coming down the white flag.
This is it. Are they going to be able to keep it clean right here? It all comes down to this last lap. You stay back in the back. You be patient. And you work your way up front. And now you're in the middle of the biggest hornet's nest you've been in all night long. You can see these trucks sliding back and forth, in and out, fading back and forth. Everybody's pushing everybody. There's no more friends. There's no more teammates. There ain't nothing. Now it's every man for himself.
Boy, they are neck and neck coming down the backstretch there. It's anybody's game. Any one of those lanes can win it right now.
Can they keep it clean right here? Yeah, they're bumping and banging already. Now they're turning, and there's the big one. They're going to keep it green right here, I would say. Can Mark Mann pull this thing off? He better make that truck 4 wide. He's doing a lot of blocking, and he does it. He gets the job done, dude. What do you think of that, Estelle?
That's pretty impressive, man. You know, you got to hand it to Lima and those guys up there to stick with him, even when that big wreck came out, and was able to get him up there to the front, because those guys in the middle had it for sure.
Mara, I bet you rubbed the hair off that rabbit's foot. You might as well throw it in the trash and buy a new one. Whatever you did, it worked, because the man came out with the win tonight. I'd like to thank everybody who's been out watching us here, Super Speedway Kings, Max Speed TV, with my guests that I certainly appreciate being in the booth, helping me out so I can run these things. That will be Estelle, buddy. It's awesome to have you. I like to have you up here every Tuesday night if you come out and join me.
Absolutely, my friend. You do a great job, Bobby, and I'm glad to be up here with you. It's fun to watch these guys race. You know, usually I'm the one out there racing with them, and you know, I gotta admit, you know, being able to view it from the top, watching it, you know, everybody, how hard they work and how close everything works, and these guys made some awesome saves tonight. It's pretty spectacular, and great racing, good win to Mark and David Overstreet and Everett Lane coming in third there. That was a really good race.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy Crow has got to be happy with this league. I mean, this league right here is it's open setup. So these guys work their ass off on getting the setup, the perfect setup. I mean, this is not where everybody has the same thing and good luck. A lot of time, a lot of team effort, a lot of practice goes into this thing. And they're doing a heck of a job, I can tell you. Great bunch of guys. Only the elite races in Jimmy Crow's leagues. There's no doubt about it. Every single one of these guys, they are awesome. Stick around, folks. We're going to be right back. I'm going to get into a commercial real quick. Get back, and we're going to talk to the top 3 cats. Max Speed TV, Bobby, Estelle. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the freaking hobby super speedway kings. I got the 3 cats right here, 1, 2, and 3 of this race. Starting right out with us, Mr. Everett Lane. Bobby and Estelle in the booth. Talk to us, pal.
A fun night. We had a good hard racing there at the end, and got a 3rd place out of it. I'm pretty happy with that.
I'd be very happy with it. You started 6th. You were all over the place, up, down, in the middle, up front. I mean, you definitely got your money's worth tonight as far as lead changes and passing trucks.
Track's pretty wide here at Talladega, so I always figured I'd use all the asphalt, down below the apron, up against the wall, in the middle, some of the white lines. Went all the way to the back, saved the truck a little bit, and drove back to the front.
Now I'm looking right here, and you didn't even have to use a fast repair, so you was actually a good boy, and you were able to miss all the incidents, didn't you?
Missed them all except the I think the second one before the end. I had a little damage there. We all got together and doing that hard racing stuff, which happens here at Talladega, and had to use one there. Right there at the end, I was telling David to push, Mark. I was trying to get up on that second lane.
You did a heck of a job. Estelle, you got anything you want to ask him?
Proud of you, Everett, man. You did a great job tonight. What'd you think about those regulators racing up front? I mean, they were high, low, middle, front. I mean, they did a great job.
You reckon with? They get some good racers from that regulator team. Real proud to be a part of that team. Yeah, we showed our colors tonight. You don't see too many decals on the trucks. We got some painting to do, and it's been fun racing with these guys.
Yeah, appreciate you racing with us, Everett, man. Good job out there. I was talking good about you. I know you're one of the best pushers. And Mark, man, he gave his all today. And there's a lot of the same names I kept seeing up in the front there. Brian Wang, and it just made the race so entertaining today. All the different lead changes and everything. I want to go back racing again. Get out of the tower.
Miss you over here, that's for sure. Yeah, learned a lot from you pushing, that's for sure, buddy. Yeah, that Mark, man, he's got a fast truck. There's a few fast trucks out here. We got some homework to do. I'll get these regulators in a room and do some tweaking on these engines and get them fast again.
Everett, you might as well wave goodbye to Estelle, because I'm locking him in the booth. He's not coming out.
Yeah, he does good everything he does. You know what? You haven't heard his great saying yet. We miss it down in the regulators room, but maybe one day he'll say it to you.
Awesome. I got a recording studio. I'll put the music behind it. All right. Congratulations, 3rd place finish. Anybody out there you want to thank before I let you get out of here?
I want to thank you, Bobby and Estelle, and all you guys that you do a great job over here putting these races on for us. And it wouldn't be as fun if you guys didn't have us out there on TV.
Well, you know what? I may not know what I'm doing, but damn it, I'm not boring.
That's good to hear.
All right, my friend, you take care of yourself. I'll see you next week and see if you just can't get 2 more spots up, and we can talk to you in the winner's circle, all right?
Sounds good, Bobby. You guys did a good job tonight.
All right, thank you. Take care. All right, Mr. Overstreet, what I said about you, and you'll hear it, I don't know. I can't even count how many league champions that you've got underneath your belt. I'd have to take my socks and shoes off.
Only one.
You have won a lot of stuff. I know that for a fact. And when I saw you moving your way up front up here, I thought, Mark, you couldn't ask for a better guy on your ass pushing you than Mr. David Overstreet. And you know what? Man, you came through, dude.
So that was the plan tonight. I mean, at the start of the season, I was planning on running a full schedule, then missed that one race because the lobby got full, and then lost interest a little bit and started running here and there, and decided to race tonight. Actually did pretty good.
Yeah, you did very well. You were in the back, you were in the middle, you were up front, you was kind of all over the place. I do see here you had to use one fast repair. Pretty good racing. Pretty good racing out there, wasn't it? I mean, they wasn't nobody getting crazy or nothing. I mean, it's just hard racing.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty clean race. We got caught in that one backstretch crash, but other than that, we ran pretty good all night.
Estelle, you got anything for him you want to talk to him about?
Yeah, man. So David, great job, bro. Like, I mean, you got up there in the front when it mattered most, and unfortunately, some of your teammates got taken out there. But hey, you got up there in the front, and Jimmy wanted me to mention to him we're going to interview Mark Mann. I don't think if he's looked at the points yet, but that wreck there took Gabe Butler way down in the points and brought
Yep.
Mark Mann and Dean Wilkinson up. There's only 7 points. That's it
Good job.
for the top 3. So anybody could win it in the final race next week.
Well, I'm not going to say anything, but I know why Mark was running like a wild man tonight because of that freaking special Hallmark chick flick movie that's on.
He's got to be there in like 10 minutes.
I know. All right, buddy. Mr. Overstreet, congratulations. Anybody out there you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I think all the OP guys that we run with over there, and just thank Bobby and Etzel and Jimmy for putting the league on.
Well, it's always a blast watching you guys. It's definitely not boring. I'll give you that. You take care of yourself, stay safe, and we'll catch you next week. Maybe you can just move up one more, pal.
Yep, that's go.
All right,
Have a good one.
you take care. Al, the man of the hour, Estelle, the big kahuna, the dude who I actually said to watch at the beginning of this race, and I'm proud that I said that. Mark, man, congratulations, my friend.
Thanks, bro. Great. That was fun. Great ending.
Let me get your pretty little truck up here so people can see it. There you go.
Mark
It
the
is.
man.
Mark
What's
the
up?
man.
What's up?
My God.
2
Let me
points,
see.
bro. You're
I
2
can't
points
believe
behind
that.
Gabe now.
I cannot believe that. The way Gabe runs, I mean, it's gonna be he and Dean are gonna be real hard to beat. I got my work cut out for me, that's for sure.
You've got more than just your work cut out for you because Mara Clark out here, I can hear her screaming through the airwaves. All right. And I told her, I don't know if you got a rabbit's foot, lucky rabbit's dog foot, horse foot, whatever you got, you better start rubbing it. And by golly, she must have rubbed the hair completely off that bad boy because you're sitting in the winner's circle, and I think you're going to owe her when it comes to work tomorrow.
Boy, I tell you, I needed some support coming in tonight, and there on that late run, I mean, I was really far back in that pack. I just had Jim Mayer behind me, my teammate in that third line. I saw a crack open up, I took it, and then once I saw David Overstreet behind me, I knew I was in good hands, and one of the great pushers. And
You know, I've been telling you ever since we've been racing. I followed you through OP and everywhere else. I mean, you are talented. You really, really are super talented. But I've been telling you, if you want to go 2 tons faster, you put my broadcasting face on your truck.
I know I got to run that one of these days.
I
may
keep
have to-
telling you.
I know it.
But
You know what?
You don't
Yeah,
need my face on nothing, pal. Congratulations. I mean,
Thank you.
awesome run. I got the league owner up in here right now, Mr. Jimmy Crow. Talk to this man. He's your winner tonight.
What's up, Jimmy?
Awesome win, Mark. You're only 2 points behind the leader, Gabe, and Dean's only 7 points behind Gabe. Big points battle next week. Congratulations. You won last night in OP and won last Wednesday. You're on a roll. Good race. And I want to thank, while I'm up here, I want to thank all the drivers. And I definitely want to do a big thanks to Estel. He's one of the best admins, bar none. Runs a good room, and I appreciate him taking the reins on that. And the product is shown with Estel in the tower and in the booth, and Bobby as always for his broadcasting and everything. So it's going to be a good battle. The old fart super speedway champ is leading by 2. Got the OP man Mark on his heels, so it should be good. And appreciate everybody racing.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Jimmy, you lost to Stell for anything. I've locked him in the broadcast booth, and I'm not letting him out.
Help, I'm locked in the tower.
He's locked and he can't get up. All right.
Hey, big shout out to Mira. Appreciate her tuning in every week.
Oh yeah.
Trust me, behind the scenes, Mark couldn't do it without her. He loves her.
My
Now,
biggest
look.
supporter.
Before I let you go, Mark, and do your thank you speech here, I've got Jimmy in the booth, and Jimmy, you know me as a broadcaster, you know how I operate, you know that I don't care who I make mad or what I say, so I'm going right to the league's owner himself. What the hell happened coming out of the pits?
Estel said it. He greased that crack up for me. And I hit it. Shoot, I'll be honest. I hate wrecking, and I hate wrecking people. I'm just thankful I only took myself out. But yeah, you're right. Hey, I probably will have the anal ease truck next week. But
it was a thing of beauty.
happens.
It was a thing of beauty, son. You went around there like you was choreographed. You almost did 2 complete 360s. I mean, it was a beautiful thing. I got to tell you, it was beautiful.
Well, I'll be honest. I was trying not to hit anybody, and I was trying not to bring out the yellow, but it didn't happen. I'm just glad I didn't take anybody out, But it happened.
It happens to the best, doesn't it? Mark, congratulations, my friend. You're the winner. Heck of a job. Like I said, I strongly suggest you be taking Mara out to lunch. You're buying her lunch tomorrow because I bet you that lady is completely hoarse without a shadow of a doubt.
Maybe could be.
Anybody out there you want to thank besides your one of your greatest fans, Mara? I don't think this lady has ever missed a race, at least not that I've ever broadcasted with you in it.
Oh, if I may, can we get Mira in the booth just for a little segment next week? That'd be awesome.
You know what?
She deserves it.
We can get her in there. Get her an invite to your Discord room. You're gonna have to set this up, Mark. Give her a hand.
And might have to let her borrow a laptop then.
Well, whatever we got to do, we got to get her up in here.
I'm telling you, I told her that. I said, they want you in the booth.
Yeah, she's got it. Yep. You know what? You keep winning all these races and everything. I think she's your good luck charm, dude. You should give her whatever the hell she wants. So you better you get her a laptop, you get her set up, and get her up in the booth, and that would be a lot of fun. But congratulations, pal. Who do you want to thank before I let you go?
Mara, of course.
And
all the other fans. I see Maria out there and Maxine all the time. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. And all the fans of MaxspeedTV and Super Speedway Kings and all the sponsors over there. And I mean, where can you go 3 wide for? I mean, even 30 lap run isn't. We had fuel runs all the season 3 wide, and my teammates Alliance and David O especially for pushing me there at the end. That was pretty awesome. I knew I was in good hands, so happy to get the win. I'm happy it's going to be a battle next week. I'm sure it'll be fun.
It's always fun when you're involved, without a doubt of it. And I got to ask you, are you sporting the Batman helmet?
Oh no, I don't have it on. It's in my truck though. It should be in my in-car.
It is, because I'm looking at you right now. You've got your Batman helmet on. You got Batwoman out here cheering you on. I mean, you guys are like the dynamic duo. You know that?
Man, iRacing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you should ask Mira. You should ask Mira. He has the pajamas and everything.
Oh,
he has
yeah.
the pajamas and everything. Just ask me.
Mark, are you kidding me? Are you in your Batman underoos?
No, but I am wearing boxers. I know how disturbing that could sound. That's why I use anonymity by wearing a Batman helmet.
Well, here's what we're doing now. We're getting, if I'm still the broadcaster for this league here, the next season starts up, I've got telemetry set up here where I can have 4 live in-car cameras, in-rig cameras. So whenever I talk to somebody that's got a camera, I can hit the button and it's going to show them live. And we're going to see exactly what you wear.
That'd be interesting. I have a camera. I'm looking at it right now. That'd be cool.
Well, that's my plan to get that all set up and finished. We're working out the details of it. Should be done within about a week, and that's going to be something new we can bring to the table. And that means I'm going to not only have to listen to you, but I'm going to have to look at you as well.
And Bobby, you can talk to Estel and me. You're already locked in for next season, buddy. You got the job.
Oh, that's awful sweet of you there. Appreciate it. All right, Mark, go do what you got to do, buddy. I don't know, get a facial, shave your legs, whatever you got to do.
I got to get on that Hallmark movie, Love on Super Speedway.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to let you go because I know you're going to be late for your Hallmark special. I mean, whatever, I get it. I understand. I don't know. What am I going to do with you? Congratulations, pal. We'll catch you next week and stay safe, all right?
Thanks, boys.
All right, take care. All right, Estelle, any thoughts of the any roundup, any recaps that you want to talk about here before we get out of here?
Well, I think the season shaped up to be really, really entertaining, interesting at the end here. You got 3 teams, 3 drivers, and you better put your money on it that those guys are going to be plotting and scheming to try and figure out how they're going to get their driver to the win next week, because 7 points is nothing. It's anybody's game. It's going to be exciting to watch.
Well, I am going to say it one more time because it's well deserved. Right there it is. The Dude Wipes Wreck of the Night goes to Jackson Holbrook. I mean, he went, well, how do you say it? Fly me to the moon. He had some air time. So congratulations, Mr. Holbrook. I know that's one award you really didn't want to win, but you know what? Got yourself some Dude Wipes. Get cleaned up and get ready for next week's race. We'll do it again.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Holbrook, for taking the heat off of me.
You know what? I thought for a second we were going to give it to you, Jimmy. I really did. But you were so damn graceful when you did the 360s. It was like poetry in motion. It was very impressive, I got to tell you. You guys take care of yourself. Estel, I certainly appreciate you in the booth. I'm locking you in here. I'll get you something to eat and something to drink. Hell, I might even give you Wi-Fi. But you're not coming out.
Just don't give me Jack and Coke. I'll be slurring my words.
That's okay. I can't say these guys' last names, so we'll fit in perfectly.
We'll be a great pair.
Yeah,
thanks
we
for
will.
everything, Jimmy and Bobby, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Yeah,
Jim.
thank you, fellas. Thank you, Esther, man. Doing an awesome job, buddy. Appreciate you, man. You're the man.
We need to get this guy in a broadcasting outfit, get you all hooked up, and get you into Maxspeed TV and get you broadcasting. You're good, pal.
Yeah, he's the man.
And he's got the voice. I sound like a damn girl. You got that rugged voice, you know?
Yeah, that's Phil Mickelson right there.
Oh, Phil, you gotta
hear the voice.
I love Phil.
You ready for the voice, Bobby?
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Every time I join your team speak, this is what I do. Oh, fuck yeah.
Stop it. You're getting me all excited, for the love of God. Quit it. You guys take care. Be safe. We'll catch you next week. All right. This is Bobby, Maxspeed TV, with all the hobbies. Super Speedway Kings. Till next Tuesday. See ya.